devised a way to read men's minds.
Soon my little box will be on countless TVs around the world. Feeding me credit card numbers, bank codes, sexual fantasies, and little white lies.
But riddle me this. How much would you say you rake in monthly before taxes? What? I'm just asking for a friend. Welcome back. Tonight we got Tears of Joy, a birthday boy, and other creepy videos from all around the world. So kick back, grab us snacks, and let's go.
Our government actually stands for mind control, and that big events are actually staged to keep us distracted from the real truth. Artists and people of power actually practice rituals at these events without the fans actually knowing. When a doctor gives you a shot, he actually gets a bonus. Now, they don't do that for chemotherapy, so why do they do that for vaccine shots? And that war and our military is actually used to decrease the population. Yeah. How do you explain that to people?
Obvious the government wants TikTok gone because it's the only news source not on their payroll, and we can incite change faster than they can censor us, and that's a problem for them. In the same breath they're trying to frame it as a national security threat, our sitting president has classified documents where they're not supposed to be. They know for the older generations all they gotta say is the word China and it's gonna create a motherfucking problem. But the actual problem is that they can't cover their goddamn tracks, and we're onto them. They're gonna have to get rid of the entirety of the internet. We can find anything faster than y'all can hide it. The same politicians that voted to ban drag got photos of them in drag. The same politicians vowing to eradicate transgenderism have videos of them tied up, bent over, gagged, red-bottomed, and I'm not talking about the shoes. Yeah, because y'all don't want them to have rights in public, but you pay to get abused in private. Is it the thrill for you, counselor? We already know y'all bringing back Jim Crow laws as y'all pipeline to try and put us back on a plantation. But let me tell you something. This is the generation that communes with their ancestors, and they're already pissed off.
I also feel like you've gotten to the point where you just know way too much about way too much. Like, ignorance is really bliss. Like, sometimes I miss being asleep. Knowing that everything in the world pretty much is working against you, the people that govern you don't give a shit about you. Like, I just don't know what to do with that information. Like, yeah, I guess I will just hang out in my house that I bought from the housing market, overpriced. I'll hang out with my domesticated cat and continue eating my grocery store foods that are probably sprayed with a ton of pesticides, even though I go out of my way to avoid that shit. I'm fully immersed in the system, while hating the fucking system and doing everything that I can to not be in the system.
Now, while I do take my hat off to the ancients for discovering how to lay bricks, there's got to be a better way to treat acne and pimples than this.
Get these gems.
Over the city, looking down on Washington, D.C., you'll see there are two main boulevards culminating in a pyramid. And just at the very top of the pyramid is a street cutting it off. And then within the triangle at the top, where the eye on the dollar bill is the Capitol. And the Capitol building sits there. It's a pyramid. Then it has the Cleopatra's Needle, which is a Washington monument. And the river, the long riverway and the long waterway is called the River Styx, which is where Pharaoh went into heaven on the River Styx. It is all laid out in Masonic symbolism, and the five-pointed star, which is a pentagram, has always been used. Satan worship, satanic worship, the five-pointed pentagram. And if you take the arms off of a pentagram, you have a pentagon. And the United States Pentagon is sitting exactly due north, aiming due north at the North Star Thuban, which is drawing power, according to the ancient Egyptians, for the god of war.
Just take a road map of Washington, D.C. Just take a look at it from the air, and you'll see what appears to be the goat of Mendez. And the goat of Mendez,
which is a symbol in Freemasonry. Right. It's a symbol. It's a demonic symbol within the
you
Freemasonic.
see the goat and the horns and the whole thing. The whole city is laid out like that. It's all over.
So what we're basically saying here is that there is nothing happening by chance.
Henry Mitchell, thanks. In 60 seconds, the new draft report on UFOs. The Pentagon's expert warning about a possible mothership coming close to Earth. Stay with us.
Look, we know you may come in peace, but we do not have enough food to feed your whole civilization at once. You're gonna have to send a few at a time.
Please excuse my ignorance. Do you need food for sustenance? Is that...
No. See, we have our skin sucks in the both the moon and the sun and feeds us.
How?
He was latched by a demon in the Philippines.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so actually latched. So after class, I think he told me him and his friends were walking down like just the street going home, right?
Yeah.
And there's a lot of abandoned places in the Philippines where if you go there by accident, you might catch something. You know what I mean?
Oh, because it's like territory type of thing.
Yeah. So I think he said he might have walked in like a abandoned place by accident or passed it and it got latched onto him.
I don't care what happens. I'm here to bring the truth at whatever cost that comes with it. And they don't want you to know that, because then you will know, and this is going to make them angry. I'm at the point now where I'm ready to war. So I challenge any chemist, any physicist, any astrophysicist, any cosmologist, any biologist, anyone within the fields of science to come and challenge me. These are proofs. This isn't theories anymore. Theories are written out and need to be proven. These are geometric proofs. All of our math is based upon approximation, unrealistic things. And that's why they're angry at me, because I'm upsetting their heart. But in order for us to advance to a level 1 society, a level 1 civilization, we have to abandon the lie. No matter how attached to it we are, no matter how much, if you find out that the foundation of your house is about to crack and you've got many, many stories of generations on top of it, you pull all those people out and you fix that foundation. They don't want to do that with our men. They would rather let us die. I'm here. I don't care what happens. I'm here to bring the truth at whatever cost that comes with it. But the truth is here. That's why I put the book out for free. How I figured it out? What's 1 times 1?
1 times 1 is 1.
To multiply means to do what? To make more, right?
Yes.
Increase in number?
Yes.
Multiply?
Yes.
How can 1 times 1 equaling 1 be part of the multiplication table? It's supposed to satisfy the term multiply. It doesn't multiply. You see that, Lou?
Yeah.
That's saying x cubed is equal to 2x, which is equal to x plus x. That's an unnatural equation. That's a mathematical fallacy. That's the beginning of your math. Someone programmed that lie in there and lied to you and everyone, and all your fundamentals are off. And then everybody said I was crazy. Well, am I crazy or is the calculator broke?
You can't go there. You can't explore any of it. That treaty was in effect from 1959. It can't even be questioned until the year 2041. The longest lasting treaty that all of the world signed on to at the same time and is still in place. Antarctica is the container of our world oceans. What is beyond Antarctica? Why is the government hiding Antarctica from us? Why is Antarctica completely off limits except for taking a tour of a little peninsula off of South America, which is nothing? There's about 100 different companies that you can spend a lot of money to go on a little guided tour of just that peninsula, but all of those companies are owned under one umbrella. They don't let anybody explore Antarctica. The whole reason for this is because of more land.
And I don't eat. What the fuck? Why am I crying yellow? What the fuck? I'm crying yellow.
I've never seen this before. This must be a Gen Z thing. Looks like to me you should probably take a break from TikTok and give your people time to undilate.
Yeah, we doing it. Exposing Avatar. Because it definitely was a documentary on how this planet actually used to be and the people. In this land, they found so many new organisms, beings, trees, all types of advanced psychological things happening on this planet. Mainly because they wanted to colonize and obtain resources that would make them rich. Sound familiar? In the movie, there were these beings called the Navi people. Their bodies were so advanced and connected to the earth, and they seemed to have dressed to African clothing. Now, the Navi people were very, very tall, and so was nature. All the trees, everything was literally lit. There's the same thing about giants on Earth, 8 to 10 feet people living and walking around in the past. Taller than the regular humans. Because who was these steps for? I'm not just making this up. Also in the movie, there were big, tall, giant trees. You know, on Earth, the mountains that look like they cut off trees. Now in this movie, they was willing to do whatever, knocking down sacred trees, doing all types of things that hurt the planet and the Earth and everything that was connected to it. Sound familiar?
We are in the age of Aquarius. This means Earth is really about to destroy the matrix and flush out everyone that don't belong here. Water is one of the highest frequencies on this planet, and demons and devils cannot live where there is water. This is why the jinn is always located in the deserts. While the Earth is detoxing and flushing out all these parasites, here are a few movies you can check out. If you want to know about reincarnation and how they steal your soul, watch the movie Soul. If you want to know about aliens, watch the movie Jupiter Ascending. If you want to know about different timelines and how every choice you make in this life is going to actually dictate your next life, then watch Cloud Atlas. The 13th Floor, it tells you about how the whole universe is just a hologram. Nothing is real. Check out this movie. If you have any star seeds that want to know about spirituality, then they should watch Avatar Airbender. They have to watch Aang and Korra. Every woke person should watch Dark City. If you want to know the battle you are facing when you're trying to help someone wake up, watch Dark City. It tells you why certain people can't wake up.
Poltergeist.
What got me the most was the way she snatched the baby out like an old carburetor. All he want to do is relax after working an 8-hour shift.
It's so hard. It's so hard sometimes. It's almost like every single person that you encounter on a daily basis, your vibration is higher than theirs. You know? And not to say like, oh, I'm better than anybody. No, of course not. I just see things so differently. I think so differently. I see things so differently. I care about different things than everybody that I'm surrounded by. It's almost, I feel so like out of place all the time, you know? I feel like I don't even belong on this earth. Like I'm not from here, bro. Like somewhere out there, there's some planet where everyone is like me, you know? I don't know, that's just what I feel like sometimes. And it's rough too because it's like you can't go back. You can't go back. Once you've awakened, it's like you can't go back to what you used to be. Because once you've gotten a taste of like what real peace and like just peace, bro, like true peace. Once you really feel that and you even get the smallest taste, if you even dive back a little bit into your old patterns and old habits, bro, like the effects are so much stronger because you're so used to this peace and this high vibration. Now, that low vibration that you were so used to, that you used to live in so consistently for so long, it's like it feels so disgusting and so foreign now because you're used to this peace and this high vibration. So you can't go back. Of course not, you can't go back. And you can't stay stuck where you are because then, you know, you've made so much growth and so much evolution, you can't stay stuck where you are. You just have to keep going. There's no other choice but to keep going. And it's like the further you go, at least the point I'm at right now, I know there's so much more to go, but it's like the further you go, it's almost like the lonelier you get, the more you realize that you do not belong in this society. I really don't belong here in this society on this planet, but at the same time, I am here. I am a part of this society. It's like I really don't have any other option but to keep going forward and to just hope that, you know, I can help as many people as possible before I perish and go back to wherever the fuck I came from.
I'm not going to get too deep into quantum physics right now, but if you do everything for your future self, the future always and absolutely dictates the past and the present. Truly, the only thing that is real is now, the present, but everything you did in your past led you to right now, the present, which was the future when you were in the past. The present moment will always have the alchemy and the newness of the future. So remember, always stay present in order to enjoy the glimpses of the future that are always present for you.
This video has been published on the dark web with the title, The dark web is the only truth. In this video, we see a man celebrating his birthday, but nothing scary. But in the description, it says that this man would be 171 years old, and that he would have undergone several experiments to get to this point. What do you think?
Well, congrats. It's always great to see another birthday. Just don't turn on the fan or it might be his last day.
It's frickin' freezing in here, Mr. Bigglesworth.
So all this time, we've been living on a giant motherboard. Oh my days. This is a picture of Iran next to a motherboard. It's almost identical. You see, the previous civilizations built structures on ley lines and energy grids. These are the pyramids in Mexico. The layout is almost exactly like a motherboard. Here's a city that's a motherboard. This city is, oh no, that's another motherboard. Here we go, a bird's eye view of a city and a motherboard. Oh my diddy. Here we have Egyptian pyramids and a microprocessor. And this is a Syrian temple in Egypt and a computer chip.
Somebody convinced me that I haven't jumped timelines or switched to a new matrix or that there's not been a glitch in the matrix. So let me explain what I have been trying to legitimize and make logical in my head all day long, and I still cannot figure out what has happened here. Yesterday, I took my daughter to a thrift store. We were looking for a specific chair. She saw this pair of Elsa shoes from the movie Frozen and would not leave without them. They were old, they were kind of worn, and I was like, whatever, grab the shoes, let's take them home. They'll be perfect for dress up. I put them in her basket in her room, and this morning I came in here into the living room where we keep our shoes in that shoe basket there, and I see the Elsa shoes, and I was like, well, that's really weird. I had put this pair of shoes in her room in her dress up basket. I can't believe she's already gotten them out and put them back in the basket. And so I picked up the shoes, I walked to her room and to the basket thinking, well, I'll just put them back in there. And there's 2 pairs of these shoes. There's 2 pairs of these shoes. But that wasn't the part that I'm so confused about. On the bottom, because again, I got these at a secondhand store, on the bottom of these shoes, the same writing. So again, it's not like one pair was picked up somewhere else and they're secondhand. It's not like they were purchased at Walmart or something and we accidentally grabbed 2 pairs of these shoes. And also, I thought, okay, I asked her dad, did you buy her some of these shoes? He said, no, I didn't. I also thought back to Christmas. My mom had gotten her a pair of little Elsa shoes but that's not them. These are them. It's a completely different pair of shoes altogether. They're the same shoe. It's the same size. They're both worn out in the same distress in the same way like they're secondhand. I'm so confused. Also, look at one of the shoes in each pair is missing a strap. In this pair, it's on this shoe, on the right shoe, and on this pair, it's on the left shoe. But both are missing a strap. Somebody explain this to me because I'm still mind fucking blown.
I'll never understand why people look directly at the danger as their bodies turned halfway around. I mean, it's danger. It ain't supposed to be looked at. Either run or stay. Pick one.
Amy.
No, you gotta give that to the SCP Foundation because that is a specimen in there. How do you let it get that bad? Like, there's like 5 different types of mold and they're all like alive and it's gonna be The Last of Us. The show in the game, you know. It's people like you that I don't trust.
Welcome to 31 Days of Horror Movie Facts. Today we're talking about the human centipede. In order for this movie to be made in a comfortable manner for the actors, all of the actors and actresses had to wear hardened underwear. At the buttocks portion of the underwear, there was a hard rubber piece unseen to the people watching the movie, but the actors could use these rubber pieces to bite on so that way they could all stay connected. Iconic actor Dieter Laser was Tom Six's first choice for playing the Doctor, and he stayed in character the entire time they were filming, and he made an effort to stay away from all other actors and actresses. When trying to get people to invest in this movie, they did say that people were being stitched together, but they did not say how it was going to happen because they felt like people wouldn't invest in their movie if they did. The director Tom Six contracted a real surgeon to actually advise how the centipede should be created, which is why the tagline of the movie is 100% medically accurate. All actors and actresses were given massages at the end of every film day for having to be on their knees all day, and many actresses walked out of the auditions once they found out how they would be conjoined.
All it takes is one Chipotle lunch from the person in front of you for instant regret to kick in.
I'm sorry.
Be glad, be very, very glad you don't have to give birth like this thing. This is a sea louse, and it might have the most effed up life in the entire ocean. It all starts when the male sea louse captures and then drags the female into his coitus cave. That's what I'm calling it. It's heavy on the 50 Shades of Freaky, where there can be up to 25 other females trapped in there with her. And to mate with every single one of them, the male penetrates their abdomens, basically shanking them. You uncomfortable? But that sucks, because it only gets worse from here. Soon each pregnant female has hundreds of babies just wriggling inside of her. These baby sea lice pretty much eat their own mother from the inside, and they don't stop until they manage to split her withering body in half. These babies start life by crawling out of the mutilated husk of their own mother's corpse. She doesn't even give birth to her own children to serve her death. Oh, and the dad that started this all dips before any of this happens. Moral of the story? I don't know, children bad? Abolish children.
Can I show you a scary video? Make sure you pay very close attention to this one because you might miss it.
That's great, thank you.
This dog used to fascinate me. You get used to it so quickly. I remember
Well, it only took you 3 business days to turn. The person you was gonna bite is already at home in the bed asleep. Alright, that's it for Creepy TikTok that had me questioning everything, and we ain't leaving until we get some answers. If you like the video, go ahead and hit that like button for me, comment on your favorite clips, and join the Space Crew, because we rocking.